Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, glory, and honor unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakahak Vadash. All right, double honor to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone that do rule well, and peace and salutations to you, sincere Aki, and pushing the truth throughout the four corners of the earth. It's your brother Tamayim coming back at you with another live lesson through the Spirit. This one is Esau is going into slavery. All right, and we're going to just get right into the scriptures. Let's go to Isaiah chapter 61. And I'll start at verse 4. And they shall build the old ways, they shall raise up the former desolations, and they shall repair the waste cities, the desolations of many generations. And strangers shall stand and feed your flocks, and the sons of the alien shall be your plowmen and your vine dressers. But ye shall be named the priests of the Lord Yahweh. Men shall call you the minister of the Most High. You shall eat the riches of the Gentiles, and in their glory ye shall boast yourselves. All right, so pretty much these heathens, they're going to be our vine dressers. They're going to be our plowmen. They're going to be, in the field working, just like we was working in slavery, picking cotton, tobacco, building all of these roads, pretty much everything, because to be in rulership, you have to have subjects unto you. People, the reason why the Lord created all these nations was so that, these nations could serve us. Okay, that's the whole point of the Lord creating nation, because you're not in power, you're not in rulership until you have, slaves. Because if you're in rulership, what the hell are you doing working? Why are you working for if you're in power? All right, building up everything. So it says right here, and the strangers shall stand and feed your flocks, and the sons of the alien shall be your plowmen and your vine dressers. Now, when you go to the chapter before this, in Isaiah 60, it says, Isaiah 60 and 10, and the sons of the strangers shall build up thy walls, and their kings shall minister unto thee. For in my favor I smote thee, but for my wrath I smote thee, but in my favor have I had mercy on thee. Therefore thy gate shall be open continually, they shall not be shut day nor night, that men may bring unto thee the forces of the Gentiles, and that their kings may be brought. For the nation and kingdom that will not serve thee shall perish. Yea, those nations shall be utterly wasted. So these nations, they're going to have to come and serve us Israelites, because we've been in captivity. That's why the scripture says Esau is the end of the world. Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. All right, and we're Jacob. All right, and right now we're in Esau's rulership, where he pretty much has everybody serving him, starting with the elite bankers, the Amalekites. All right, but the Lord is about to put us in power over these nations, and this was prophesied. This is Isaiah chapter 14 and verse 2. And the people shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids, and they shall take them captives, whose captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors. So the ones that had us in captivity, brought us in the transatlantic slave trade, so-called white man, we're going to have them in captivity. All right, and they're going to be our servants and handmaids. Okay, so we're going to switch places with these heathens. This is let's go to the book of Amos 9 and 9 and verse 11. In that day will I raise up the tabernacle of David that is fallen, all 12 tribes coming back together. The tabernacle of David is being built right now. That's the 144,000. All right, and that's the tabernacle, the 12,000 out of each tribe. All right, it's the tabernacle of David. The Lord is rebuilding that as we speak. All right, men being raised up in His truth. That's why the scripture says, "Ye as lively stones, ye have a spiritual house." As a matter of fact, let me go grab that. 1 Peter 2:5, ye also as lively stones are built up a spiritual house in holy priesthood to offer up spiritual sacrifices acceptable to the Most High by Yahushua Mashiach. All right, and there's another scripture, 1 Corinthians 3:9. For we are laborers together with the Most High. Ye are the Most High's husbandry. Ye are the Most High's building. Okay, so we're the Most High's building. Now, who's the foundation of that building? The chief cornerstone, which is Yahushua. It says, according to the grace of the Most High, which is given unto me as a wise master builder, I have laid the foundation, and another buildeth thereon. But let every man take heed how he buildeth thereupon. For other foundation can no man lay, which is laid, which is Yahushua Hamashiach. Okay? So Yahushua is the chief cornerstone. He's the foundation that this building is being built upon, his sacrifice. All right? But the tabernacle of David is being built, which is the Most High's building. And just like back in the ancient world, I believe it was, I think it was Nehemiah, you had Nehemiah who's trying to rebuild the temple or the tabernacle, and you had these wicked ass Asaph, okay, trying to stop us from building. Okay, Salakia. Um, I don't think it was Asaph, but um, you had these heathens pretty much try to stop us from building. All right, and it's the same thing going on right now with Vocab Malone and these different heathens out here trying to stop us from building the tabernacle. All right, because he was basically, who was it that was let's just read it. Nehemiah 2. It says I start at verse 9. I start at verse 8. Nehemiah 2:8. And a letter unto Asaph, the keeper of the king's forest, that he may give me timber to make the beams for the gates of the palace, which appertain to the house, and for the wall of the city, and for the house that I shall enter into. And the king granted me according to the good hand of my God upon me. Then I came to the governors beyond the river, and gave them the king's letters. Now the king had sent captains of the army and horsemen with me. When Sanballat the Horonite and Tobiah the servant, the Ammonite, heard of it, it grieved them exceedingly that there was come a man to seek the welfare of the children of Israel. So I came to Jerusalem and was there 3 days, and I arose in the night, and some few men with me, neither told I any man what my power had put in my heart to do at Jerusalem. Neither was there any beast with me, save the beast that I rode upon. And I went out by night by the gate of the valley, even before the dragon well, and to the dung port, and viewed the walls of Jerusalem, which were broken down, and the gates thereof were consumed with fire. Then I went out to the gate of the fountain, and to the king's pool. There was no place for the beast that was under me to pass. Then went I up in the night by the brook, and viewed the wall, and turned back and entered by the gate out of the valley, and so returned. And the rulers knew not whither I went or what I did, neither had I as yet told it to the Jews, nor to the priests, nor to the nobles, nor to the rulers, nor to the rest that did the work. Okay. Then said I unto them, Ye see the distress that we are in, how Jerusalem lieth waste, and the gates thereof are burned with fire. Come and let us build up the wall of Jerusalem, that we be no more a reproach. And that's what we're doing right now, building up our walls, building up the tabernacle of David. Then I told them of the hand of my power, which was good upon me, as also the king's words that he had spoken unto me, and said, Let us rise up and build. So they strengthened their hands for this good work. But when Sanballat the Horonite and Tobiah the servant, the Ammonite, and Geshem the Arabian heard it, they laughed us to scorn and despised us, and said, What is this that thing yet that ye do? Will you rebel against the king? Then answered I them and said unto them, The power of heaven he will prosper us. Therefore we his servants will arise and build. But ye have no portion nor right nor memorial in Jerusalem. He's basically told them, Get the fuck up out of here. Right? So we was building our temple, was rebuilding Jerusalem back in that time. And, you had these heathens that would pretty much try to stop us from building. All right. And we're doing the same thing right now. All right. It's no new thing under the sun. Rebuilding the tabernacle of David is being raised up. And these heathens are trying to stop it. Because ultimately they know that when we're right with Yahweh Shema Shah, there's nothing that anybody would be able to do to stop us or to take us out of power. Okay. So it says right here, Isaiah 9 and 11, and in that day will I raise up the tabernacle of David that is fallen, and close up the breaches thereof, and I will raise his ruins, and I will raise up his ruins, and I will build it as in the days of old, that they may possess the remnant of Edom, and of all the heathen which are called by my name, saith the Lord Yahweh that doeth this. Okay, so the Lord is raising up the tabernacle of David, ultimately to take control over these heathens. So the earth can be ruled by the righteous in righteousness. And that's righteous judgment. Okay, let's go grab Lamentations, because they did it to us. Lamentations chapter 4 verse 21. Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwellest in the land of Uz. The cup also shall pass through unto thee. Thou shalt be drunken and shalt make thyself naked. The punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. He will no more carry thee away into captivity. He will visit thine iniquity, O daughter of Edom. He will discover thy sins. So now these Edomites, all right, they're going to be getting judged and put in slavery captivity and drink the cup, the same cup that we drank, which was slavery, bondage, all right, the curses. Okay, this is Ezekiel chapter 26 and verse 1. It says, and it came to pass in the 11th year, in the first day of the month, that the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, because that Tyrus hath said against Jerusalem, Aha, she is broken. That was the gates of the people. She is turned unto me. I shall be replenished. Now she is laid waste. Therefore, thus saith the Lord, Behold, I am against thee, O Tyrus, and I will cause many nations to come up against thee, as the sea causeth his waves to come up. Okay. So they pretty much been destroying us. Okay. Okay, this is what I was looking for. Slakia. Ezekiel 36. It says, Also, thou son of man, prophesy unto the mountains of Israel. Ye mountains of Israel, hear the word of the Lord. Thus saith the Lord, because the enemy have said against you, Aha, even the ancient high places are ours in possession. So they took our land. They pretty much went into our land, these Edomites, all right, and are claiming to be us. It says, Therefore prophesy and say, Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, because they have made you desolate and swallowed you up on every side, that ye might be a possession unto the residue of the heathen, and ye are taken up in the lips of talkers and the infamy of the people. Therefore, ye mountains of Israel, hear the word of the Lord. Thus saith the Lord, power to the mountains and to the hills, to the rivers and to the valleys, to the desolate wastes, and to the cities that are forsaken, which became a prey and derision to the residue of the heathen that are round about. Therefore, thus saith the Lord, surely in the fire of my jealousy I have spoken against the residue of the heathen, and against all Idumea, that's Edom, which have appointed my land into their possession with the joy of all their heart, with despiteful minds, to cast it out for a prey. So they're in our land right now. All right. Edom, the Edomites. All right. Prophesy therefore concerning the land of Israel, and say unto the mountains, and to the hills, and to the rivers, and to the valleys, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, behold, I have spoken in my jealousy and in my fury, because ye have borne the shame of the heathen. Therefore thus saith the Lord, I have lifted up mine hand. Surely the heathen that are about you, they shall bear their shame. Okay? And the Lord's going to destroy them up out of that land. He's going to get rid of them, put them in slavery, hardcore bondage. Just like we read in Amos 9 and 11. All right? Because they pretty much, put us in slavery and took over our land, took our land into their own possession. Once we was conquered and fell, they wasted no expense to go into our land, to take our identity, and to act like they're us, you know? So the Lord's going to get them for that. They're going to be thrown in slavery and judged, you know? All right? Shalom.